It may have been a fragment of that higher truth dreams, at times, disclose. It may have been to fond illusion nigher, but thus the story goes: a fierce sun glared upon a gaunt land, stricken with barrenness and thirst, where nature's pulse with joy of spring would quicken no more. A land accursed, grey salt bush grimmer made the desolation, like mocking immortals strewn on the graveyard of a perished nation whose name no record tells. No faintest sign of distant water glimmered the aching eye to bless. The far horizon like a sword's edge shimmered, keen, gleaming, pitiless. And all the long day through the hot air quivered beneath a burning sky, in dazzling dance of heat that flashed and shivered. It seemed as if hard by the borders of this region, evil favored, life ended, death began. But no, upon the plain a shadow wavered, the shadow of a man. What man was this, by fate or folly driven to cross the dreadful plain? A pilgrim poor? Or Ishmael unforgiven? The man was Andy Blaine, a star-cold sinner, and a stout, as ever blue swag has carried through that grim, wild land men named the Never Never. Beyond the far Barku his strength was failing now, but his unfailing strong spirit still upbore and drove him on with courage yet unquailing, in spite of weakness sore. When, lo, beside a clump of saltbush lying, all suddenly he found a stranger, who before his eyes seemed dying of thirst, without a sound. Straightway beside that stranger on the sandy salt plain, a deathbed sat, down kneeling. "Drink this water, mate," said Andy. It was the last he had. Behold a miracle! For when that other had drunk, he rose and cried, "Let us pass on." As brother might with brother, so went they, side by side, until the fierce sun, like an eyeball bloody eclipsed and death, was seen no more, and in the spacious west, still ruddy, a star shone out serene as one, then, whom some memory beguiling may gladden, yea, and grieve. The stranger, pointing up, said, sadly smiling, "The star of Christmas Eve." Andy replied not. Unto him the sky was all reeling stars, his breath came thick and fast, and life an empty lie was, true one thing only, death. Beneath the moonlight, with the weird, wan glitter of saltbush all around, he lay, but by his side in that dark, bitter, last hour, a friend he found. "Thank God," he said. "He's acted more than square, mate, by me in this, and I'm a rip." He must have known I was, well, there, mate, a white man all the time. Tomorrow's Christmas Day, God knows where I'll be by then, I don't, but you away from this death's hole should many a mile be, at Blake's, on the Barku. You take this check there, they will cash it, sonny. It meant my Christmas spree. And do just what you like best with the money, in memory of me." The stranger, smiling, with a little leaven of irony, said, "Yea, but there it shall not be. With me in heaven you'll spend your Christmas Day." Then that grey heathen, that old back-block stager, half jestingly replied, and laughed again, "Mate, it's a wager." And, grimly laughing, died. St. Peter stood at the celestial portal, gazing down gulfs of air, when Andy Blaine, no longer now immortal, appeared before him there. "What seek'st thou here?" the saint in tone ironic said. "Surely the wrong gate this is for thee." Andy replied, laconic, "I want to find my mate." The gates flew wide. The glory unbeholden of mortal eyes was there. He gazed, this trembling sinner, at the golden thrones, terrible and fair, and shuddered. Then down through the living splendor came one unto the gate, who said, with outspread hands, in accents tender, "Andy, I am your mate."